lights are twinkling, streets aglow, frosty rooftops, dusted snow. Carols echo through the town, steady love all around. Oh, I'm wrapped in Christmas cheer, hearts.
It's Vlogmas Day 5. Welcome back. If you have been watching some of the other videos, I've been posting every day in December for Vlogmas, which is really good progress for me because I always intend to post weekly and it's more like monthly on YouTube. So yeah, it's exciting to me that I'm still going strong on day 5. And yeah, so today obviously we'll open the Storyteller Stitchery Advent like we've done every day. I have a different book that I want to share with you guys today, and then I also want to talk about and kind of look at some Christmas planners that I've got. Yeah, I'm going to kind of I'm going to set some up, set up the Christmas planner, so I'll probably take you along with that. But yeah, anyway, today is Thursday, December 5th. It is obviously another work day because it's Thursday, so I have been doing a lot of admin stuff on the computer today. I was a little bit behind in some emails, so getting caught up on that, so thank you for your patience if you emailed me in the last few days and I hadn't got back to you until today, so I appreciate that the patience there. It's just not quite enough hours in the day. And then after this I'm going to head into the dye studio. I've got some more silk floss that I want to dye for a wholesale order that I'm trying to get wrapped up. So yeah, that's my plan for today. So let's maybe start with the Advent. How about that? So we have our adventures in Wonderland themed Advent, and today is day 5. So that is actually 2 packets. So if you have the yarn advent, you have this one. If you have the fiber advent, you have this one. And if you got yarn and fiber, then you have 2 to open today. So let's start with the yarn. And very Cheshire Cat vibes today. So we got the pink and the purple. Variegated skein, and today you're starting, if you're following the pattern for the colourwork cowl that came, the Queen of Hearts cowl that came with the Advent, then today you're starting your colourwork. So yeah, that is the yarn, and all of the yarn in this Advent is DK weight, and it is 100% merino. It's our base that we call our chronicle base. So it's just a very squishy, you know, lovely soft yarn. And then the fiber for day 5 is, just put that down over there, this one. So this one also matches the yarn. It doesn't match every day, but I think it has every day so far in the Advent. So this one is Cornwall. It's also a 1 ounce bundle, and just the same as the last few days, and it is 23 micron. Staple length is 90 to 100 millimeters, so like 9 to 10 centimeters, which is like about 4 inches off the top of my head. I hope that math's right. So this one is a lovely, lovely soft squishy fiber. I am excited to spin this one up, and I think, it's also the first variegated fiber that we've done. So yeah, so there's yarn and fiber every other day, and the last couple of bundles have been tonal, so this is the first variegated one that you guys have opened. So yeah, I hope you have fun spinning that one up. Cheshire Cat. Let's see. So if let me move that for the crinkle. If this is the first of my Vlogmas videos that you've watched, welcome. Oh, you know, I didn't even introduce myself. So I am Melissa. I am the founder and dyer behind Storyteller Stitchery, and so all of my colorways are inspired by stories. So mostly from books. There's a few that are kind of nature or place-based stories, but mostly from books. And one of the things that I've been doing every day in Vlogmas is talking about a book, like sharing a book with you. So we've had a mix from like some fiction, some kind of like spinning craft related. Yesterday was also fiction. No, it wasn't, because I shared my book of the month club book that just arrived yesterday, which is why I was thinking it's fiction, but that was just me kind of sharing the book that I'd received in the mail. The book I shared, you know what, I'm getting confused. I think maybe it was embroidery, but maybe that was the day before. Anyway, the point I'm making is every day I'm sharing a different book, and I'm trying to think about like heading into the holidays, books that I think are interesting or fun, that kind of might appeal to like a wide range of people. So if you're looking for gift ideas, because I just think books are always the loveliest gifts. Like, I know I'm biased because I love books, but I do think they make lovely gifts. So today's book that I thought I would share with you guys is called The Botanical Bible. And it says Plants, Flowers, Art, Recipes and Other Home Remedies, and it's by Sonia Patel Ellis. So this book, so I actually took a, before I started Storyteller Stitchery, my kind of whole career and life before Storyteller Stitchery, I worked in higher education. And so one of the benefits of working at a state university is that I got to take classes for free, which was great. And so I just used to sign up for like classes that looked fun to me. So like I did watercolor, and I did some like creative writing, and anyway, variety of different classes. But one of them that I signed up for was a botanicals class, and the curriculum was looking at it was kind of studying botany in terms of like plant structure and kind of the biology of it, but it also was it was like a real range, like across the spectrum, looking at the artistry of it and like how to arrange cut flowers, like caring for them, how to prolong their life, as well as like inspiration in art, like botany and art, and also like historical context as well. So like the language of flowers. So for example, back in the Victorian ages, they used to use flowers as a kind of symbolize certain either emotions or messages, and so the flowers and the arrangement that you chose to give people portrayed messages of your feelings. And so sometimes that was like, love and emotions, and sometimes it was more of a shady kind of if you were upset with somebody, you could portray it that way. Anyway, so the curriculum itself for the course was really interesting, and this book was the assigned reading, but it's not a textbook, even though it was assigned for a college credit bearing class, but it does have this really interesting content to it, where it starts out looking at the story of plants and flowers and kind of looking at botany for beginners, and then moving into like growing and gathering, and then into botanical recipes, which are kind of broken down by seasons, and then into botanical remedies, so for health, well-being, beauty, home recipes, and then into the chapter's called Inspired by Nature, but it's very much looking at like art, and plants and flowers and botany in art. So it's a really interesting book, because usually, you'd get like a gardening book on like how to grow, or you'd get, a flower arranging book on like how to cut and present flowers, or it might be a like art history book that kind of looks at the art history. But this one's like a really interesting mix of all of those things. And so within it, it has, let me see if I can just flip through a few pages. So it has some kind of like quite scientific, images and things like that, as well as like some much more kind of artistry, again into like the scientific, and then it moves into different parts in history and the role of flowers and gardens and things in culture, and you know, looking at like during the war and kind of different, you know, different times in history. So yeah, let me see, I'm just going to kind of randomly flip through and show you a couple of pages. So this one is getting into growing for nature, so obviously talking about pollinators and things like that. Let's see, let's move on into, so this one, now we're getting into recipes. So it has some different ideas on recipes. Elderberry flu recipe, so this is getting into more of the health and using plants as medicine, and some different recipes that can achieve, you know, various health boosting things. And then we're getting into kind of cocktails and drink recipes. So I wanted to share this one because I just, like I say, I think it's a pretty unique one, for the fact that it covers such a broad spectrum of looking at plants and the purpose of plants. So some of them are very practical, and then some of some of them are just enjoying the beauty of flowers and whatnot. So yeah, and then getting into the back is much more into the art of it. So I'll link it below if you're interested. I just thought it's a little bit different, and I loved reading through this book. Like, we did have assigned reading in the class I took for different chapters, but it was a really interesting one, and lovely pictures, and so yeah, thought I'd share that one today. So I'm also, like I said, I'm going to head back in the dye studio and when I finish this video, but one of the things I want to do today, because I'm way behind in it, is set up my Christmas planner. So I do this every year. I have a Christmas planner every year, and I set it up usually by the middle of November, because I usually include Thanksgiving in like the start of it. And obviously I'm behind because it's already December 5th. But November was just a busy month, so I just didn't get around to it. But I thought I would share, so this is a traveler's notebook planner that I made this. I bought the fabric. I really love the fabric. Let me show you that. And I bought these little charms to put on, and I bought these beads and made this little charm that hangs inside of it and then kind of dangles out the bottom. So when it's on the shelf, you can kind of see the charm dangling. But yeah, so I made this one years ago, like probably 2015 or 16, maybe something like that, long time ago. And so this was the one that I always used because I loved traveler's notebooks. And so inside I have a little pocket that I sewed in. And then this is a Christmas card that Paul had got me back then. And so I just tucked it in like a little dashboard. And then I have, because it's a traveler's notebook, if you're not familiar with planners, what that means is it's lots of little books that are in there kind of, back to back. So for example, this is one little book, and then so you can see right there it's attached on the elastics, and then here's the next little book. Hold on, let me grab it. There it is. So this is the next little book. So it's just a series of, and so it kind of helps to keep you organized. And each one I have where I made these little vellum covers to go over cardstock covers, and printed some design. This one's laminated, and I think, is it, oh, it's paper clipped on there. And so the kind of things that I have in are, so I have a little notebook up front, and that's just space for me to just kind of scroll notes. And then in this next section, I have, so you can see the last time I used this one was December 2019, so it's been a while. But in this one, I have like space to write down for, actually I'll show you because I haven't written in this one. So it has like a weekly overview and then a page for every day. And I liked this, at the time I really liked this structure, so it let me kind of put anything at the start here. I would kind of do an overview, like a snapshot of the week for any big things we had going on. So if we had tickets for something, or we were planning to visit somewhere, or if there was something that it was basically, I used it as like that high level overview of the week. And then within each day, I loved this layout because it let me do kind of like to-do items up here, and then I could kind of scroll some notes here, and it just let me break it out to be organized that way. So moving into the next section. Oh, this is just another note section. Oh no, it isn't. What is this one? Again, to December 2019. Oh, this is like a Christmas planner that I'd printed. And so I didn't use all of the pages. I actually didn't, looks like I didn't do much. Oh, the pages that I used in this one were keeping track of like gifts and things like that. And budget and spending, I got all that in there. So moving on, the next section, this one's lined note paper. So I'm showing you the pages I haven't written on, but it just gives you different options. And I think, this one, the one that I showed you with the lines, this was for meal planning. And so my thinking was that I could go in and kind of jot down like recipes that I saw, or, if the kids had seen something that they wanted to make, because my daughter will often go through like our recipe books and then put page flags in for different things that she wants to try. And so my thinking was it would just give me like one place to write everything related to like food and meals and recipes and things that I want to do. What do I have? Oh, and then I have shop coupon codes, which you kind of don't need some of this. This is back in 2019. I feel like now everything's just online. But I'll flip to one that is blank. And so it just basically gives you a template to be able to write down, like if you come across any coupon codes. And so again, I usually set this up middle of November ahead of Thanksgiving, Black Friday weekend and everything like that. And so I usually like to kind of keep track of things that I want to see if they go on sale for Black Friday, or if I've come across something that I know I want to shop from them. I could write down the code. So that was the intention there. That is my traveler's notebook one. And I do love it, but the one that I've been using more recently is this red, and this one's actually, it's a vegan leather, it's not real leather. I don't remember where I got it from, but the reason I switched, why did I switch? I think I just wanted to move to rings. So in here, so the front has a pocket just the same. I love a pocket in a planner that you can just tuck. Like I've got a bunch of stickers in here that I made. So for some of these, and again, these are older. I haven't set it up yet for this year. But some of these are art that I bought on, I think I bought it on Etsy. At least for that one, I'm pretty sure. And then I printed it on sticker paper, and I have a silhouette, which is like a cricket. And then kind of, they call it kiss cut, the stickers, so when it's like ready just to peel off. And some of it is old artwork from, I used to be in the Planner Society. And so she had, I don't know if she still has it, but I'll have a look. If her artwork's still available, I'll link it. I know she used to sell it, and this is the same thing. I took the artwork and just put them into little sticker sheets, and printed them and cut them using my silhouette. And then some of it is purchased art, so I don't even know if these sticker companies are still around, because these are a good age now. These have got to be a good few years old. But I'll still keep using them, you know. I'll keep them in the front of my planner and in the little pocket, and I'll still use them. Oh, and here's some of the little ones that I've just kind of tucked in there. That, again, these are ones that I'd bought the artwork and then printed them and laminated them. So this dashboard and this dashboard, oh, that's more stickers in the back that just fell. I'm not, my planner's meant to be held closed, and so every time I pick it up things fall out. But these dashboards are from Planner Press, and so they were part of her digital dash box that I used to be a member to, and I subscribe, and every now and again I'll like periodically resubscribe. But she is still going, I know that, so I'll link her below. So similar setup, and then I put these little tabs on the side, and so I think I might keep the dashboards that I have and just kind of add new pages in. So I have some of these in the front, which are a mix of like, you know, this week, and then just like, you know, other kind of checklists. But I like that they're smaller, so I can put them in the planner page for like the weekly overview that I'm looking at, and it doesn't take up the whole, like it doesn't cover it, so it, I can kind of see and easily flip it. So I quite like those. And then so then we go into the weekly overview. And so for last year, like I say, this started in November. I've written in all of these, so I'm looking to see if there's one I haven't written in. And then I made this little guy. I have no idea. Oh, it's also Planner Press. Okay, so it's Planner Press artwork, and then I laminated it, and I punched it so it would go in the ring, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, I also cut little slits in each hole, so just a single little slit in each hole, and I use it as kind of my daily, like, identifier for which day I'm on, and so because it moves, I don't want to have to open and close the binder every time, and so it just basically, because of the slits, you can just push it right back over the rings there, like that. And so when I open my planner, I can flip right to the page for whatever day I'm on. So this one back on December 23rd has a little list of things that I want to make. So chutney, gingerbread cake, stollen, cinnamon bread, and then I have planned Christmas Eve dinner and dessert. So it looks like I was still planning that the day before Christmas Eve. And then I'm going to reprint this one for this year. So what's nice is I bought this one. It's from Paper Test Designs. And she, it's not dated. So I can reprint it every year and use it. And it has some just cute artwork. And then it has sections for kind of making all sorts of different lists and menus, any recipes you want to try, things like that. And then what I love is the gift planner section. So I don't know about you, but I lose track of what I've bought for everybody. And so I do pages in my planner for everybody in the family. And I write down the things that I'm thinking about getting for them, and I'll kind of check them off if I have bought them. I'll also kind of note the price, so I kind of keep track that way of how much I'm spending, but especially the little things like, you know, small items. It is just handy so that I don't forget what I've got. So then I have another divider back here, but in this section it's just some dot grid paper, and then I have more notes back here, and this one is for lists. And then that is in the back as kind of like a, you know, it keeps the pages from getting flexed when everything is closed up, like this. So it just kind of gives you something in the very back to grab a hold of and flip it forward. And then I have some more stickers tucked in the back, and I also had these stickers that fell out earlier. So these came with the Planner Press digital dashboard, so they match the dashboards that I had in there. Oh, and then this one, I can't remember, this is more that I bought the artwork from, I think I bought this one from Silhouette Design Store, and then just, you know, resized them all, and then again these are cut on the Silhouette so they can peel. They're ready to just peel and stick. So these ones they're quite, you know, they're quite big, and so I just kept them kind of tucked in the back, and when it's on the table or if the pages are closed, that keeps it in place. So, you know, they are loose in the back there, but yeah, that keeps it in place. And then once the planner's closed, they're not going anywhere. And the elastic just comes around like that. So yeah, I need to get some more dyeing done, but after that I'm gonna go through and update the planner and get new pages in there ready for this year. I'll not bother with any of the, you know, Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday stuff, because that has been and gone. But it will help me prepare in terms of gifts, budget, meals, like bucket list, and just different, you know, bucket list meaning the things that we want to do this month. Oh, and then this also fell out. So yeah, that's my Christmas planner. And I think like I say, I think I'm going to use this one still. But I do still love this one. Like, I really do still love this one. I love the little charms as well. I don't know. We'll see. I gotta make a decision and then and get some stuff printed and put in it. Okay, so I think that's it that I wanted to chat about. So I will add some more footage in after this. And I'll probably add another little snapshot of Louis, our little French bulldog, who sleeps on the back of the sofa because he thinks he's a cat. And he must sleep there 20 hours a day or something like that. Like, he just sleeps all the time. And then has, like, you know, a few minutes of crazy zoomies and then back to sleeping again. So anyway, I'll add some of that. I'll add some on the planner. But thank you for joining me for day 5, and I hope you're enjoying this. Let me know in the comments, do you use a Christmas planner? I know this is like a yarn and fiber and stitching and crafting kind of channel. So this might be like, you know, something that you're not interested in which case let me know. I thought I would share it, but let me know. Do you use planners? Do you set one up just for Christmas to have like a different one for December? And if you have any recommendations on like inserts that I should look at and things like that, then please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear. And I will be back tomorrow for day 6 of Vlogmas. Bye everyone. Hey, jumping back on video to say, I know I just said in the last clip that I was going to set up my planner, my Christmas planner today, but I realized that I'm all out of the heavier weight paper that I print planner inserts on, so I'm not going to be able to do that today. So I will take some footage of me setting that up, like when I get to that, but it's probably going to be a few days from now by the time I pick up some more paper, get them printed and whatnot. So won't have a Christmas planner for a few more days, but I'm going to kind of work on, in the meantime, just tidying up the one I've got, taken out the old stuff, ready to add the new stuff in. But that's why it's not going to be in today's video. I haven't forgotten, I just don't have the paper to print it on.
Lights are twinkling, streets aglow, frosty rooftops, dusted snow. Carols echo through the town, steady love all around. Oh, I'm wrapped in Christmas cheer. Hearts are warm when winter's here. Laughter rings out loud.